Welcome to Big Apple Mountain Tarot. I'm Mike Rusnak.
I'm Everest. Today we are going to speak to you about the full moon that is happening on July 10th in Capricorn at 18 degrees.
Boom.
Boom! It's a very positive moon.
It's a positive moon. Yeah. It's a heavy moon. All moons are heavy, right? But this is about Capricorn. So this is about work. And our life's mission.
Responsibility.
What we're here to do and how we balance that with our family life because we're in Cancer.
Top-down structures.
Yeah.
So we're in Cancer season. Cancer's all about home and family and nurturing. Opposite on the zodiac, we have our job sector, our public house that is ruled by Capricorn. And in this moon, there is something very special happening with Mars.
Yes, Mars is closely conjunct to the South Node in Virgo.
Right.
So Mars in Virgo is a bit more. It's a fire planet in an Earth sign, so it's a little bit slower,
slow down,
more deliberate, and because it's becoming conjunct with the South Node, it's giving us that fuel in the tank to let go of behaviors, to clean, right? Because that's Virgo, cleaning.
So South Node is what we're leaving karmically, collectively as Earthlings.
Yes,
we're leaving this energy behind. Yeah. Mars, which is our warrior planet, is giving us a lot of energy,
trining.
But it's deliberate energy. It's not crazy energy. It's not Aries energy. No. It is Virgo energy, which is very deliberate, decisive.
Yeah, discerning.
Discerning, that's the word I'm looking for. Mm-hmm. Discernment. Yeah. So this discernment in our processing of the past is going to help us to get rid of stuff.
And on the same note, Uranus is moving into Gemini, which will free up a lot of mental energy, right?
Right.
Yeah. We've been in Taurus since 2018. Right. Uranus and Taurus.
No
Taurus
good.
is very fixed. Yeah. Uranus is erratic. It's, it's Aquarius.
Exactly. So Taurus is trustworthy, steady, slow, deliberate,
tried and
sensual,
true.
Very sensual, eating slowly, etc. And then Uranus has been there since 2018, really
upsetting the apple cart financially, right? This is tokens and meme coins and Doge coins and blah blah Bitcoin and
Ukrainian war, I think. So just think back to where you were as a person in 2018.
Oh, no thanks.
That's when we first started dating.
I'm sorry.
So it was a great day. So it's been weird. We've had a few presidencies. We've had global disease and wars and a lot of wars and financial problems and more financial problems.
We have a number of retrogrades to speak about too. So Neptune is retrograde. Saturn will go retrograde on the 13th. Uranus retrogrades on the 7th. Mercury retrogrades on the 18th, right?
Yeah.
And when planets are retrograde, it's about review.
Right.
They revealing and reviewing.
Yeah, our words.
And internal work, right?
Yeah.
And they're
retrospective.
Closer. The retrograding planets are closer to the Earth, so their meaning, their symbolism is stronger. All right.
Yes. So the
Saturn and Neptune are conjunct in the IC of the USA. Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July. Yeah. So Saturn, control and structure. Neptune, dissolving inspiration, is in the IC, the private kind of special home spot of the United States. So we'll just leave that there.
Yeah. And Uranus, I just want to, go back to Uranus.
Yes, please.
That's really big news.
Huge news.
Because it's going to free us up mentally to evolve, to make these, perhaps scary new moods, because it's for our benefit, for our own good, to change, to evolve, but it doesn't feel normal, to do the better thing, the right thing, to shed the negative behavior.
Right. But you're gonna get flashes of inspiration. Uranus is an air planet. It's moving into an air sign, Gemini. Gemini is
Gonna be exalted.
high mental acuity.
It's like the evolution of Mercury.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. A very fast, brilliant mind. If you find yourself feeling smarter than usual, it might be because of Uranus. And I hope that's so. I hope we all get a little smarter. Uranus in Taurus has really kind of been deep, kind of in the trenches of the earth. And now it's going to be in our brains, giving us inspiration and thoughtfulness so we can move forward and be better people.
For this moon, on the 10th, Jupiter will be squaring to Saturn and Neptune. All right.
Helpful
expanding our sense of what we're dreaming to actuate.
Yeah.
Right. And then the moon will become square right before it becomes full. So on the 9th, the moon will be in Capricorn squaring to Saturn. Right.
Right. So Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. It's in a really good spot. It's very happy. He's going to give us a lot of good luck when it comes. A lot of empathy. Good luck when it comes to helping people, caring for people, nurturing ourselves.
Oh, the world needs that right now.
And Mars, conjunct the South Node, is going to help us get rid of all the stuff we don't need. It's like having a really good friend over to help you clean your closet.
Someone who's not attached to all the stuff that's in the apartment, but that could just be like, all right.
Boom, boom.
Uranus, load the garbage bag.
Uranus, actually, that's a very good point. Uranus is not attached. No, it moves on. It doesn't have sentimental, attributes. It's forward.
Yeah. It's the biker uncle of my dreams.
Oh man, I wish I had a biker uncle. So with
let's
that said,
just get into it.
All right,
for each sign. Right?
So we're gonna go through the zodiac, through all 12 signs.
We'll do our usual card pull for each, right?
And we're gonna tell you how you can move yourself forward.
Yeah. So every full moon is intense, and the energy will use you if you're not ready for it.
Right.
If you're not ready to use the energy, you will be used by it. Especially with the moon squaring Saturn.
Correct.
And with Mars involved there too.
And this moon has to do with our public life versus our private life, home versus work, work
is a heavy theme for people.
Yeah.
It's like some people feel overworked, like they're always doing so much, taking on too much. Other people are
underworked.
They're underworked. They don't have a career. So they have to think about their life's work, their life's mission, what they're here to accomplish on this planet right now. Yeah. So it's like too much work, too little work, or the wrong kind of work. And you want to be in the right kind of work. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just about finding balance.
Starting with Aries.
Aries.
This moon is in your 10th house.
That's your job house. That is your public house. That is your career.
It's about career, but it's also you are squaring to the sun and the moon.
Yeah.
So it's about your children and also your parents and also your career.
Yes. So
a lot.
There's a lot of big themes in this one, but it's fairly simple. Capricorn, besides ruling job and career, it also has to do with parents. So there could be issues with parents.
Mars is in your 6th house, so this is about your lifestyle and your routines.
Day to day.
Changing up your routines.
About pets.
Okay, and you get the Knight of Cups, and this is emotional, right?
Yep, cups are emotions. All right, so we have an emotional performance. He's almost in a parade. He's got his parade, outfit on. And if you look at the wings on his helmet, we're thinking about the emotional offer. Sometimes this is
moving with your heart rather than your head.
Right. And you're a warrior. It's a knight. You're active. You're active in your movements and in your emotional offerings. This can be an emotional kind of manipulation sometimes, a false message coming through. So
but even that you can use to find the clarity.
Yes.
Right? And this moon is about clarifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clarifying and revealing and removing.
And this is Uranian too, right?
Oh, absolutely.
It's Mercury.
Mercury.
Yeah, this is Mercury. Yeah. Yeah, but think far outside the box, emotional bravery, right? Okay.
Spiritual warrior. Okay, Taurus.
So Taurus and Taurus rising, this energy is in your ninth house, and you are part of this grand Earth trine.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Because you are trining Capricorn, and Capricorn is trining to Virgo, where Mars and the South Node is. It's about letting go of old behaviors that got you nowhere. Some beliefs become clear. You're looking for a new joy, new faith.
Ninth house is about like your beliefs.
Yeah.
So you could like really refine your beliefs. Uranus is off of your back, has moved on. So everybody out there, Taurus, y'all should feel a little bit lighter.
Yeah. Well, this is your card. Five of Swords.
Okay, there's a lesson to be learned about power.
Yeah.
Mars is in your fifth house. So there could be a possibility of
yes,
a new job.
Five
of Swords. Also, the
caution
five
is the word then.
This is a big card for you.
Yeah.
5 is the Hierophant card, the larger ideas, which is Taurus, which is like tried and true and trusted.
But its beliefs become clearer. There's a new joy, a new faith coming through.
Right.
New ideas about children and travel.
New ideas about children and travel. If you would imagine that these fellows are shipwrecked and they're trying to deal with the problems of being in a new situation. And
they're Lord of the Flies.
Very Lord of the Flies. So who are we in, that's a good point, in the Lord of the Flies characters?
Are you Piggy?
Are you Piggy?
Gemini and Gemini rising. This energy is in your 8th house. So, Mars is trining the moon in your 4th house. So again, this is about emotional home security.
Other people's money also.
Yes, other people's money. 8th house. Other people's money. It's about moving. It's about renovating. Emotional home security. And then you get the 7 of Cups. Like,
okay,
how do I make sense of all these emotions, right?
You got to think about the bigger picture. Here we have a figure.
Now, Mars in 4th house, emotional, right?
Emotional.
Not easy for Gemini.
No, not easy for Gemini.
Very cerebral. It's like, oh, God,
social.
What's going on?
Very social sign.
All this emotion.
It's all this stuff happening with you guys. You're in shadow here because you're being overwhelmed by all these emotional offers. If you kind of think of the larger picture and get outside of this cloud, just kind of expand your
macro vision.
Macro vision. Think larger. Think like 5 years down the road. Don't think 6 months down the road. Just think of the larger picture of what you need to do. But it has to do with money and inheritance and sex and death and kind of like the regeneration.
Yeah. Okay. Gemini. Cancer. This is your 7th house. Oh, okay.
Relationships.
7th house. It's about relationships. Mars is trining in your 3rd house.
Very busy.
So it's relationships, and it's a test against who you have been in the past, who you've shown up in relationships as.
Right.
Who have you been in relationships? You get the Death card.
Hey, that's awesome. Okay, complete change. Jupiter's just moved into Cancer, and there's a whole new world opening up to you. Mars in the 3rd house, that's, kind of
short trips.
It's also stoop, kind of like your sidewalk conversations, the friends and family, siblings, and
your attitude within relationships.
Yeah.
Take some short trips. Go to the library, go to a museum, be by yourself. Look for clarity in those moments where you can get away,
This is also, karma. 7th house has to do with karma, the karma that we build with other people. And here we have death coming in.
Like death, I never have to be that person again. I could be completely new today.
Yeah.
This is a good thing.
This is great. This is clearing the board. I love that.
For Leo, And Leo rising, this energy is in your sixth house with Mars in your second house position. So it's about values, routine,
day to day.
Yeah.
The day to day, the small things in our life. It also has to do with pets. Sixth house is pets and servants, and
but it's about maintaining your serotonin baseline, right? And it's not easy for Leos to do.
No, it's not.
No, without an audience, we wither and die. This is about temperance.
Oh, hey.
And not getting too stuck in the darkness.
No.
You know, the mood, the energy, everything's so heavy. It's about maintaining some temperance, some balance, you know? And above all, not taking yourself so seriously. Right.
Not taking yourself so seriously.
Yeah. Health, lifestyle, routine, values.
Now, Mars in the second house is going to help with money. It's going to help.
Good.
Yeah, good. There's a deliberate decisiveness about the second house, about your personal values, about money,
Personal
and structure,
wealth, and
personal
building
wealth.
it. Yeah.
What-
Slow and steady, too.
Yeah, slow it down. You might find yourself kind of slowing down.
Okay.
Virgo.
Virgo and Virgo rising. This moon is in your fifth house with Mars in your first house. So it's about your curiosity and your creativity.
Joy.
It's about using fun to take risks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not so easy for Virgo.
New
to have
projects.
fun. That's a real homework assignment.
Yeah. New projects.
You are the star here because you have Mars there.
Oh, this is
The
fantastic.
fuel in your tank. Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
But it's about using fun to take some risks, to shake things up, to
Yeah,
get a
A+.
little bit reckless.
This is an A+ moon for you. Joy, children.
Fun, love, sex, romance, creativity, but playful.
Mars is in your first house. This is going to really invigorate your whole body. If you feel like it's time to start a new workout routine, if you want to get, it's still beach season up here in the northern hemisphere. If you want to tighten that up for the beach, go for it.
No thanks. Libra rising. Now this energy for you is tense because you're squaring, right? You are squaring the moon here. And Mars, okay? Mars is in your 12th house. So this is about the hidden realms, the shadow self,
Blind spot.
destructive tendencies that you need to shed.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Are you a little self-destructive, Libra? Do you get a little off balance? Are you forcing things to be kind of even and steady? This moon's going to help you. Hey.
You get the Knight of Wands.
Okay.
That's helpful.
Cool.
Yeah. You're ready. You're ready to do the hard work.
Okay.
That 12th house work. Yeah.
Imagine Napoleon entering Egypt. It's a new territory. It's a new aesthetic reality that's happening here in this card. He's cautiously entering the sands of Egypt as his vehicle, the horse, is kind of getting used to it. It's a new...
This is your 4th house, so this is about children, security, coziness, security at home.
Emotional culminations.
Yeah, and removing whatever's standing in your way of that safety, that security.
Right.
Yeah.
And once again, this is...
So it's a bit hard work, to do that, shedding.
And it's also like we're back to this theme of home versus work. And are we working too much? Are we home too much? And trying to find the balance of what we do publicly and what we do privately.
Is it draining your life of meaning by being the work horse? Is it draining you? Yeah,
that's good.
Thank you. Scorpio rising.
All
This
right.
is your 3rd house. Yeah. And that's fabulous because you're sextiling the moon. Sextiling.
Yeah, this is good. This is an A+.
And Mars is in your 11th house, putting some fuel in the tank to socialize with your friends. Right.
Networks, belief systems, hope, friendships.
Trips. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, trips, sure.
Yeah. It's about perhaps seeing family as friends. And you get the 10 of Cups, right? This is all wonderful.
Yeah, I think this is actually the happy family. I feel like this is,
The happy family full of friends and connections. And all of your connections and all your friends are part of your family.
Right. The larger expansive family, the family of man, the group, the friendship. Scorpios are really lovely, helpful, sometimes a little dramatic, but they have.
But they're real.
They're real.
You know, the darkness, that's very real. And it's what people protect themselves from. They don't want to hear
Yeah.
it. You know, but Scorpio stings.
Scorpio stings. We love our Scorpios.
It's like sting that fourth wall. Boom. It's not, yeah. Scorpio.
Okay.
Sagittarius. This energy is in your second house. So it's about
Money.
Your values, about money, your comforts, your finances.
Work.
Mars is trining in your 10th house. So yeah, that's about work.
Financial clarity.
And remember, Mars is close to that south node, so it's about letting go, right? Letting go of what's not getting you anywhere. Shedding those thoughts that trap you, that hold you in a cage, right? Go to warmer spaces.
Here we have a gentleman and his family, and they are leaving. They are emigrating into a place that is warm and loving and can support them. They're taking all of their thoughts and beliefs with them, and they are moving on from what is no longer serving them at all.
Leaving a job? Is there a new job?
Yeah.
Jupiter's in your 8th house of other people's money, so perhaps
it is.
So think about that. You know, Jupiter in your 8th house, expanding the possibilities for you to put yourself in someone else's economy. You know?
Yeah, new jobs.
Yeah.
Moving away. Doing something for your family.
Yeah. Saturn and Neptune is in your 5th house. Sagittarius. Yeah, Saturn and Neptune is in your 5th house. So this is about risks and fun.
Risks
right?
and fun.
So take some risks.
Yeah, take some risks in art. And in the way, in what you do that is artful. And really expand that art.
For Capricorn, okay, this moon is for you. It's about you and your relationships because we're in, you know, the Capricorn Cancer axis. Mars is in your 9th house. So this is about new energy for new beliefs, for new philosophy, for new travel.
For new work, for new a new sense of purpose.
New moves, maybe a teaching gig, some clarity for where your boundaries are, and you get the Knight of Swords.
Wow.
It's about going.
Something's super clear right now.
Yeah.
It is so clear and you know what you need to do. And there is the wind is at your back and you are just gonna go for it and you're coming at this with all the strength of a hurricane.
And because Saturn and Neptune is in your 4th house position, you're going to do everything you can to protect those closest to you for your own security.
And you believe this with your whole core.
Every fiber in your being, you know it.
So take what you absolutely believe and hold on to that, you know, and what isn't really necessarily like a solid belief system, you can dump. Right. You know, just go for it.
Aquarius and Aquarius rising. This energy is in your 12th house. Hidden spaces, hidden realms.
Blind spots.
And with Pluto there, it brings you into crisis. Yes, so it's about looking at the dark and the blind spots and shedding. Mars is in your 8th house.
Oh, dear.
Right?
Yep.
Other people's money. Right?
Okay, here we go.
Other people's money. Right?
Yeah. So 12th house is a little uncomfortable for Aquariuses. It's the unconscious, you know, it's the soup of like humanity, you know, it's what isn't spoken. Spirituality. It's unconscious. Here we have
darkness, escapism, too much, oh my God, too much sex, too much booze, too much weed, too much heroin, you know, like too much. Yeah.
Too much. You got to find balance, Aquarius, here. This person is juggling values. He's got these two...
But Mars in your 8th house is urging you to find a new economy. Right?
a new economy. Eighth house is Scorpio, sex and death and other people's money. Could be an inheritance. This is balancing your values and other people's values. And how do we maintain a weird individuality but still be part of society and be able to not be annoying to everybody because we're too quirky? There's a choice. He can't keep both of these values up at the same time, as he's doing this little balancing dance there. Now there's also, fear with money. So Saturn's over there too. So,
Yeah,
it's okay.
Uncomfortable and it's tense and it's money.
Just remove it, dump it.
Okay, for Pisces and for Pisces rising, this energy is sextiling the moon. Your energy is sextiling the moon, so that's wonderful. And you are in the 11th house, so this is about friendships,
networks.
Yeah,
Goals. This is about goals.
Mars is in your 7th house. So this is about relationships.
Karma.
The Tower.
Okay, this is a scary card, but it is not a scary.
It's just everything is different. Maybe friend that has become a lover. And it's like, oh, I'm living this reality now.
Right. All right.
And this is the news.
Yeah. This is the news. It's a different world. Everything has collapsed in a certain way. Geopolitically, we're changing. The connections that we had are the agreements we had about the 20th century are not valid anymore.
This is North Node work.
Yeah.
Where North Node is in Pisces. It's like this has to happen. This has to fall.
Yeah,
the foundation was not stable. It needs to change.
The revolution has to take place. And Pisces, you have this wonderful ability to connect everybody. The dream, the fantasy, the mystery, the connection, the subconscious, the super subconscious, we're all connected with you. And you can help everybody by just, realizing the networks, reaching out. Perhaps this is you isolated in your own little tower and it's crumbling apart and you got to get out of the house. You got to talk to people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use your friends. Your friends are your family. And you're surrounded by love, Pisces, right? And your planets are in your 2nd house position. That's like Saturn, Neptune is in Aries. That's your 2nd house. So it's about growing that comfort, right?
Yeah, growing that comfort, growing that
values.
Your values.
Maybe you can't be the person you've been for the past 12 years. Maybe it has to fall.
Right? Isn't that fun?
It's okay. Just think of all the energy you're going to have once it's on the ground, right?
Boom. Boom.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Well,
with these very dramatic cards, we promise you that it's going to be a really helpful and supportive moon.
Keep looking for the clarity, all right?
Exactly.
Keep looking for the clarity. Think about Mars. Mars is there helping in Virgo, trining to the moon. Yeah. Don't think aggression, think clean.
Sweep your porch up. We're entering a new cycle. Just think back to 2018, what you were doing and where you were and where you are now.
And know that the cycle's changing. And Uranus is going to give us a lot to chew on.
And with that, we love you very much. Thank you for your comments. Thanks for all the awesome comments. We've gotten so many good comments. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We're really close to 1,000 people on our subscription list.
We're like 2 away.
I know, it's so exciting.
Thank you. And
we love you.
Be safe out there. Love you.
Bye.